Hey there, Magic Makers. It's Deb D here for your Sunday Surrender. Today, we're going to surrender into cycles and spirals of your world, all of our worlds. Life is not a straight line. We work in cycles and chapters and spirals, and sometimes that circle gets bigger, sometimes it can get tighter. And I wanted to explore this magic today with our Sunday Surrender when we look into the energy of the week ahead. And the reason being, there's a couple of things here, but let me break it down for you, Magic Makers. Part of that is I've been reflecting upon this season. So we had the solstice, which brings about a whole new season. If you're in the north, it's summer. If you're in the south, it's your winter. And those seasons have so much to offer. And we just had our first new moon of this season, which means we're now starting to set intentions, not just for this lunar cycle, but also for the whole season ahead. How's your intention going? How's your season? And we're now moving towards the first full moon of this season. And we're in this place between new and full, which is my favorite of all of the lunar phases. It's the waxing moon. In the waxing moon phase, you are a magical magnet. So let's play there with our Sunday Surrender today, looking at cycles, seasons, chapters of your life, and what's coming up for you now in the season, the cycle, or the chapter that you are in, with keeping in mind, keeping in our energetic focus, that at the moment you are a magical magnet, which means you can draw to you the magic that you seek now. So breathing in, Magic Maker, what's coming up for you now as I explore all of that for our Sunday Surrender? Introducing you now to a new deck of cards that I have. Here is a new tarot deck that I have. What a delight. This tarot deck was gifted to me recently when I was up in New York City by one of our Magic Makers. She bought them in London, brought them back to New York City, gave them to me. Now they live with me here on the island, and they're an amazing tarot deck where inside the deck we have a dragon and we also have a beautiful raven. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love presents, and tarot was my first choice in magical tools. And tarot has been coming back. Cycles, chapters, seasons. Picking up what I'm putting down here. When I was 19 exploring the magical realm, tarot was one of my first magical tools. I think maybe it was my first magical tool that I actually started to really engage with and learn with. And then for years I was with tarot as my tool. And then what happened is I transitioned. I started to play with oracle cards, and then oracle cards became my new playground, and then that world expanded. And recently, while in New York City, not this last trip, but the trip before, I was going through all of my stuff in storage, and I came upon an old tarot deck. And I was like, I completely forgot I had this deck. This is the beauty of keeping things in storage. It's kind of like Christmas every time you open a box. So I decided I'm going to reclaim that tarot deck. I feel like I'm wanting to touch back there. Go back into that magical realm, because there is a difference between tarot and oracle. Yes, they're magical tools which give you a reflection of where you're at, but there's a difference. Tarot being a narrative, oracle being standalone energy. I can talk more about that. If you're interested, comment below, and I can talk more about the difference between a tarot and an oracle, because that confuses lots of people. But anywho, here we are with the tarot, which has made its way back into my world. I discover it in storage. Then the next trip to New York City, a Magic Maker gives me this new deck, and I'm like, hello, I guess I've come back around to tarot. And you know what, Magic Makers? I'm talking like probably about 20 years since I actually really hung out with tarot cards. They come and go. Other people ask me to look into their spreads, or I've always had a deck close by, but with an actual real focus on it, yeah, it's probably about 20 years. I mean, I'm guessing, but let's say that's a big cycle, right? That's a big chapter that didn't end. It didn't end 20 years ago. What happened is I cycled out into some different energy, and now I'm returning in the spiral. Breathing in, Magic Maker. Where in your life are you returning? There's a lot of retrograde energy. We've got Saturn in retrograde, Neptune's going to be going in retrograde, Jupiter's going to be going in retrograde, which is the redo. Not needing to get caught into the detail of the planets, I'm just asking you to like breathe in now. What in your life is coming back up to the surface? Or what in your life is not quite done? What in your life feels like, oh, I'm learning this lesson again? I thought I already worked that out. Or in your world, is this season that you're now in brand new? Have you actually worked on a cycle to the point where you've leveled up to a new magical playground? Whatever it may be, it's very useful to bring into your awareness what energy is at play for me right now. What energy is at play for you? Are you in a redo? A complete renovation of self? Or are you somewhere brand new? Let's play now with our week ahead. As I said, we have our waxing moon. Waxing moon is when that moon is filling up with light, which means you are too, Magic Maker, filling up with light. So let's play with my new tarot deck and see what is available for us to know. So what should we ask first, Magic Makers? Let's feel into this a little bit. Yeah, let's ask what's growing in us. As Magic Makers, what is growing? Because the moon is growing in light, and so are we. And if you are the magical magnet, what light is growing? What are you drawing to you now? What light or what possibilities in our energy of the week ahead is available for us to magnify, amplify, expand, explore? What's growing? Show us where the light is. And we're asking now for this amazing tarot deck, one of my new playmates in the magical playground, to show us a clear reflection, please. What is growing? Where should we put our focus? Where is the light? What is growing, Magic Makers, in this week ahead? Let's see what we are to. Oh, very interesting. The sun. The sun is growing. And we also receive this in this position, which is reverse. Doesn't mean bad. It just means that this is the reflection of the sun right now, which is this way. When the sun is in reverse, it means that the sun, being that grand solar energy, like supercharged light, not from the moon, from the sun, which is around our action, our movement forward, when it's reversed like this, it is actually asking us to take stock of future moving forward moves. Did that make sense? I'm not sure. Let me try again. When the sun is in reverse, it's saying there is energy available, and you're being asked to harness that energy now and ask yourself clearly, where do I want this energy to go? What you can do in this phase, which is not necessarily what you want to be doing, is when the sun is reversed, it means there's a lot of energy coming in, and it can come out indirected, can come out like all over the place, rather than being channeled into a direction that you want. So our first card for our week ahead is have a little review, which is why I think I was getting this intuitive hit around with the magic makers today. Ask them to reflect upon, where am I at energetically now? Am I in the middle of a spiral, learning a bigger lesson? Is something coming to an end? Am I ready to begin something new? So take all of the energy that's available now, and rather than step ahead with an action, take the time to harness the sun and ask yourself some reflective questions around, where do I want this strong energy to go? Just don't start throwing it around, Magic Maker, because it will be not channeled clearly to bring about the manifestation or the change that you want. So this week, while the moon is growing in light, we're being asked by the sun to harness our light. Just breathing in, what does that mean for me? Keeping in mind my intuitive hit. Where are you at in your cycle now? What are you reviewing? What is ending? What is starting? We're all going to be at different places on our medicine wheel, on the grand wheel that turns. We're all somewhere different, and it's all magical. Every single step of it is magical. Where are you? And how can you this week harness all of the light and the energy and the strength and just that kind of sense of power and all your ideas and inspirations? What happens if you harness them and begin to really take stock and ask yourself in this waxing moon, what energy do I wish to channel forward? Because then when you get to full moon, you can begin to use the fullness of the light and jiggy forward. Okay, this is fun. Let's get some more. Let's ask now, so if we are this week to harness our energy and to be really mindful and playful with, where am I? Am I in a brand new chapter? Am I recycling something that I feel like I just keep learning the same thing? What is it, Magic Maker? Where are you at? And how can you harness the light and the strength and support of the sun? How can you harness that now to support you? And what's next? What else is available to us this week? Let's just ask that of the tarot. So if we were to be with harnessing the light within us and charging up as that magnet, you're a magical magnet right now. It's waxing moon. You're harnessing all of your light, your inspiration, your creativity, your ideas. Not action just yet. What else do we want to be mindful of, or what energy is available to us this week, that week between new and full moon? What's available? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Smiling, taking a breath. Let's draw this card together. Here it is. Oh, hello. The 10 of Pentacles. Yes, indeed. I see this, I see this, I see this. Okay, so in the 10 of Pentacles, Pentacles is earth, Pentacles is abundance, Pentacles is prosperity, Pentacles is literally what you do. And when you get a 10 in tarot, it means that you're at the end. There's a place where you can now take stock. So again, it's this like pause and reflect. What have I gathered? Because you've gone through the journey, we all have. You've gone through the journey of gathering all of these pentacles and learning lessons. And this may be about your career, your business, or it may just be about your sense of abundance and prosperity for self, or plans you're making with another. But when you get a 10, it's like, yeah, you've developed quite a bit of energy here. So now, how can you take this energy and reflect upon it. Where do you want that to go? Don't go spending it just yet. Yeah? Don't go spending it just yet. Stay curious and build in the stores of energy available to you. 10 of Pentacles is abundance. And sometimes with abundance is because we're so ready to move to the next part, we actually miss out on congratulating ourselves or taking stock with all that we have generated. What have you generated? The sun is saying, I am shining on you now, but I'm asking you, please don't act just yet. Let's take stock. Let's take stock. Okay, now let's move on to the next tarot deck. This tarot deck is called the Good Tarot. This tarot deck was created by Colette Baron Reid. If you don't know who she is, you might want to Google Colette. She's got amazing tarot and oracle resources, mostly oracle, and many decks you can play with. And this deck is a tarot deck, but what Colette's done is for each of the cards, rather than reading it like a tarot, what she's done is she's created an affirmation. So the Good Tarot, meaning like we get this card and it's affirmation for us. So let's get an affirmation for our week ahead. And I want you to know this, Magic Makers, sometimes these type of readings, you can get it and you can be like, I don't really feel that today. You might be at today, your Sunday, and you're like, I'm not really feeling that. And then by Tuesday, you're like, oh, here she clicks in. Sometimes these readings can take a little bit of time to develop or land for you, which is perfectly fine. You can allow that. And you can bathe in the deliciousness. 10 of Pentacles. What have you developed already? Now, I want to tell you this. We're at waxing, which is that light growing, which is moving towards our full moon. Our full moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is also Earth, that Pentacles. And Capricorn is going to be bringing to light, what are you working on? What's your plan? Capricorn loves to have a plan, very resourceful, hardworking. What are you creating? That's coming up with your full moon, which is why it's fine. You can relax right now at this waxing moon and draw all of the magic and the light to you. Build up in light so that when you hit that full moon, you know what move to make. Full moon's on the 13th of July. So just keep that in mind, 13th of July. You're going to be full. The moon's going to be full. All of that sun energy is going to meet the moon energy. All those pentacles are going to be on the table to play with. And now let's get an affirmation with the Good Tarot. Oh, itchy nose, itchy nose. Okay, grounding in for our affirmation for the week ahead, Magic Makers. Okay, here we are. The Good Tarot says we can affirm this week. Here it is. That was clearly coming out. Ace of Water. Yes, indeed. So nice. Okay, so an ace is the beginning. Okay, water is our emotions, our feelings. Ace of Water is a brand new way, a brand new opportunity, a brand new chapter in how you want to feel. How do you want to feel about your abundance? How do you want to feel about this chapter, season, cycle that you're in now? You can affirm to yourself how you want to feel. So as you're drawing that energy to you, as you're taking stock of your pentacles, you can also ask yourself, feel into, how do I want to feel when I do move forward at the full moon? How do I want to feel? because it is actually your feelings that are generated first, which send up signals to the brain, which then create the thought patterns. So yeah, your thoughts create your reality, but before you have the thought, you have the feeling. So let's get into our feelings this week, Magic Makers. How do you want to feel about your movement forward? When that sun goes forward, when that full moon arrives and it is time to hit the magical dance floor, how do you want to feel, and where will you be positioning and exchanging and expanding on your 10 of Pentacles? You have developed and built a lot. You have more than you think you have. So take stock. What do I have? What's available to me? You have a lot. And you have an opportunity to change how you feel about your manifestations. Change how you feel about what you want next. The Sun, the 10 of Pentacles, and an Ace of Water. These are strong cards. There's some strong magic right there. Feeling into. The Sun is saying, harness me now. 10 of Pentacles is saying, look how much you have. And the Ace of Water is saying, and how do you want to feel? Yeah. Magic Makers, it's waxing moon. You can draw all that magic to you. And at full moon, oh yes indeed, we are going to hit the dance floor with brand new plans, brand new feeling, ready to shift seasons, change chapters, understand where you are in your spiral, your cycle. All of that's coming up with your full moon. I will be with you again for another reading for our Sunday Surrender, which will be a full moon reading. And Magic Makers, I want to let you know this. At the moment, I am recording this live inside the Big Life Magic Makers Facebook group. And Big Life Magic is taking stock of all the pentacles, harnessing the sun, aligning with the moon, and making some changes. This will be the final Sunday Surrender that is live inside the Facebook group, for I have begun to play in a new playground, Big Life Magic YouTube. And you know what I'm going to do for full moon? I'm going out there and I'm going to do my first live on YouTube for our next Sunday Surrender. So Magic Makers, if you are watching this on YouTube already now, hit subscribe and the notification button so that you will be alerted when I'm going live for our full moon reading. Or Magic Makers, if you are in the Facebook group, you may want to just shimmy on over to YouTube, Big Life Magic, subscribe, hit that notification. Or, you know what, Magic Makers? If you are here in the Facebook group and you're like, I don't like YouTube, that's not my playground, that's okay. Because you know what? I'm still going to be hanging out with you. Anything that happens on YouTube, I will be sharing inside the Facebook group. But YouTube is the new playground. It's where the magic is expanding and growing. So I highly recommend that you dance on over there. But you know what I say, and I always say it, it's your magical adventure. You choose your own adventure. Whether you want to hang out in Facebook, hang out in YouTube, or hang out in your own magic, because you know it to be true. Anchor always first into your own magic, Magic Maker. For you are indeed magical. You are the universe, earthbound, and you are the sun and the moon and the pentacle and the ace and all of it this waxing moon. And I want you to dance on into this week. This is my wish for you. Dance on into this week. Yeah. I'm the magic. I am a magic magnet, and I'm going to harness the sun. Indeed, Magic Maker. You can let me know how you go. Comments below. Please reach out to me if you wish. And coming up in our magical playground, I have so much magic on offer. But if there's anything in particular around the moon, tarot, oracle, any ways that I work, or any magic curiosity that you have, please comment below, because I would love to know, what do you want to explore in the magical playground? Because I want to play with you there. Okay, breathing in, smiling, knowing it to be true. Magic Maker, you are the magic. Big love. Have an awesome, beautiful week.